us again.
Wait, what are we doing?
You know.
No.
Podcast. Wait a minute. You hear that?
Podcast. What is it?
I don't know. It sounds like it's getting closer. What the fuck is that? Podcast! That's right. Rotten Mournings Podcast is coming back at you for season 11. The same old blah blah bullshit you've always expected from us. Remember? Rotten Mournings Podcast. Season 11.
I forgot that part.
Hello guys and welcome to Rotten Mournings. I hope that you are prepared for another just joyous episode of high energy and happiness.
Shut up!
That's what's happening. Good morning, guys. I'm glad you tuned in with us today. So yeah, I'm Matt.
I'm Grim.
I'm Carrie. I'm scared.
And we are back with you. I hope you enjoyed our last episode with the interview with Evan. It was nice having him down. Awesome interview. Very cool dude. We got a bunch of different footage with him that you guys will see coming up in the next episode, the new season of the retconning.
Yes.
That I actually released a little short for, but we'll catch up to that when we go through current events. But we are here to talk about our current 2 weeks that we have had, the past 2 weeks. We had 2 full weeks.
Yeah, I don't know how far back was 2 weeks, so I'm starting at April 5th.
April 5th.
That was a long time ago.
Carrie and I went to the gas station and had, a ruckus.
Oh,
They
that
did.
was
They caused a
fun.
huge
Caused a
ruckus
ruckus.
at the old gas
We
station.
rode in a buggy.
Yes, we did.
And
And
just
I
pretty
almost
much-
flipped you a few times, but it didn't.
Pretty
It didn't
much
happen,
generally
but-
caused chaos up at the old general store.
Well, that's normal.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Carrie was a greeter in the buggy.
Yes.
It was.
They
it was
parked
fun.
the buggy in the front, and Carrie screamed at customers. It was good.
Yes, they loved it very much, and they said they'd come back to Buckeyes.
And she also threw old tomatoes at them.
Yeah.
They were stinky tomatoes.
And potatoes, and squash, and corn.
I didn't know we had any squash.
I don't think we have squash.
I don't know what you threw at them, but I
Wow,
don't think it
where'd
was
you get the
squash.
squash from?
Eggplants.
Oh, okay.
We don't have that either, Carrie. I don't know what you were
She got
throwing
the
at them.
squash from the eggplant.
Oh. I thought Buckeyes had
And
all
she
the
wouldn't stop, so we had
vegetables.
to lock her in the bathroom for a little bit.
Yep.
And there was a mess after.
It was fun, though. And then I went in the freezer.
Yeah, she
It was
did.
really cold.
She was just climbing around on everything in there. That's normally what I do, so I didn't get paid for it.
Yep.
Oh,
Carrie didn't get paid either.
I was about to say, where's my money?
Okay, and then Matt, my little spawn, and I went to Edgar's Bakery in
Yes.
Trussville.
It was
And
very good.
It was. I think the coffee needed more sugar,
The coffee needed literally a ton more sugar.
but the sweets had way too much sugar, so it
yeah,
made
they
up
were
for
super
it.
sweet. So you hit the coffee and then hit the sweets. It measures out well.
Yep, I seen
Was
a
it
little
really-
peep
really-
in there and named it Carrie.
Yes.
Yep,
Oh,
it was a little purple peep.
That's so sweet.
And they had those little pinatas too.
They did.
But as well as her spawn
Don't touch me!
ate a shit ton of macaroons.
Bitch.
And yeah.
Yeah, John Geis edited a photo of Matt, and
Yeah,
it looks really cool.
He did a bunch of photos. Of,
Yes,
of
he
you
did.
guys
Thank
and
you,
us
John.
Recently. In the last 2 or 3 weeks, he's done all kinds of shit. Something else I didn't mention before, but Smokey and Blinky and Psycho Skittles, they sent us a fucking badass etched plaque of our cartoons with Rotten
And
on it.
holy shit, we
It's
love it.
so fucking
Yes,
badass.
it's beautiful.
Thank you, Smokey and Blinky and Psycho Skittles.
We love you guys.
Yes, we do. And then on April 7th, Carrie and I celebrated Beaver Day.
It was
That
so
was,
fun
that was
until you
when
guys
Evan was
fucked
down
it
here.
up. I
Yeah,
didn't forget
fuck
about
you,
that.
Matt.
Yeah, Evan came down prior
Thanks
to
a
us
lot
celebrating.
for fucking ruining Beaver Day,
I
Evan.
didn't ruin anything for Beaver Day. I didn't do anything with that
Oh,
fucking
you did
teepee
too.
that
Yes,
had.
you
Fuck
did.
you, Evan.
Negative,
You guys
not
ruined
true.
our beaver dam.
Yeah, we had to throw sticks at them.
And they went outside and made a teepee in the yard and called it a dam and danced around it until it fell.
It's still up.
But didn't we
It didn't
lock them
fall.
outside after?
Yes, we did, and that was great. That was very
Didn't
good.
we fool you into believing we weren't on the porch so we could get back in and you completely fell for it?
We're not talking about that.
No, that's not part of this conversation.
Not talking about that at all. And then Matt filmed a short.
Yeah, we did. The first one that we did was the news with Evan, and he does the tree news. And then after that, we shot a sort of a mock Killer Instinct parody that we did, which was super, super fun. And I've already released that on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all that shit. And it's getting some good accolades. And I spent a fucking ton of time editing that thing.
He did, and Evan and Carrie did an amazing job. So you guys go check it out.
Yes.
On Facebook and YouTube and everywhere,
And
really.
the gram and the talks and the everything.
TikTok.
Yes. And then there was some people or something where somebody called us a sex cult. I don't know. I don't really know how it started, but somebody, I guess, accused us of being a sex cult.
And so we became a sex cult.
Yeah.
Is that the end of that story?
Like, when do we have time for that? But
No.
okay.
Yeah, but Scarecrow made us a badass, like, ROTN is not a sex cult patch. They also made a hashtag fuck ROTN patch from Mr. Marlin's design. And those are available at Scarecrow Creations.
Check them out.
Definitely go check them out. They got badass costumes. They got badass patches. They're just all around super fucking cool people.
We love them.
Love them.
Yes, we
and
do.
they work with the Clown Cartel. And we love the shit out of the Clown Cartel with Biggs and all
Absolutely.
those cats. They are
Much
so
love.
badass. And
Much
Azazel
love.
and everybody.
Carrie,
love the
are
shit
we
out
a
of you
sex
guys.
cult?
I don't know, are we?
I mean, I guess if does the shoe fit us?
The foo shits, so it must be true.
Maybe.
If the sneakers
Now, we
slide.
don't have to talk about the fact that we did the review because we actually put our last review in our last episode. But we did watch and do a review of Dog Soldiers on the podcast last week. And if you missed that on that and you're just watching this one and you want to hear what we thought about that, it'll probably be more extensive.
Yes. Thank you, Evan, for the choice.
Yes, Evan picked
very
that
good.
movie. It was a very good,
Mm-hmm.
good choice.
And Carrie loved it too.
It's a very good movie.
And me and Grim dressed up like pirates.
And Carrie and Evan dressed up as some, I don't know, crazy creatures. I don't know what that was, but it looked cool.
Random stuff.
Random stuff. And we had our ever amusing taser video because it was Evan's first visit. So, again, if you want to go on the Facebook and watch our live, we tased each other because every time people come to the Rotten Ranch, they got to be tased from now on.
Lots
Yep.
of tasing. So
So-
if you plan to come,
Be aware,
Get
you will get the
tased.
old taser tase. Taste
Yes.
of the tase.
We all took turns tasing Evan, and
We all
then he
took turns.
tased us. I sometimes fuck up my words. Shut up. I'm pissed off at you already.
Oh,
Fuck
gotta
you,
take
Matt.
some tweets.
Fuck you!
I love this blanket.
I'm going to take that blanket and choke Matt with it.
And then, of course, we never can forget that last Sunday was Keister.
Stun day.
Oh,
Look
yeah,
at you
Keister.
fucking it up.
I love Keister. Happy Keister, everyone.
Happy Keister, everybody.
Fuck you. Do not stop me from punching you, bitch.
Yep.
And what's next, Matt?
I don't know what's
Oh,
next.
yeah, what's next?
I don't know. You do it.
You do it.
You do it.
Since
You're
you know-
reading. You're captivating the audience. Ow! Ow!
you.
Yes,
I hate
and stop
you.
hitting me. It's painful.
What day are we on?
I hate you!
It's not a day.
I made an update on Rotten Review's Facebook page. Didn't I, Matt?
Yes, you did. I'm glad this is all like recorded for
Would you
posterity.
shut up? He deserves it. He started this shit. Fuck you, Matt.
I'm gonna
Fuck
replay
you.
this for you for the rest of your life.
That's why nobody actually likes you.
Everybody loves me.
No, they don't.
Happy Monday.
You smell like piss.
What's next?
You smell like piss.
Oh my god.
Dead ladybugs and old wet towels.
You and this
you
goddamn
stupid
dead ladybug.
bitch.
The only reason I smell like pee is because
All you do is walk around and scratch and sniff and fart. Fuck
Scratch
you.
and sniff. Like a sticker.
That's you.
I'm a sticker. The only reason I smell like pee is because
My post that I
Adam
made Shut the fuck up, I'm talking.
That's the post you made? Shut
No,
the fuck up.
I said the post that I made
Close.
is I don't give a shit, don't touch me!
God damn.
I will fuck you up! Touch me.
It's on. Look, we got a podcast.
Happy Monday.
Carrie, can cover the audience.
Okay.
Shut your goddamn mouth!
Guys.
You're a
So-
fucking whore!
Today is Monday, and it's a great day. So, roll your windows down if you're looking roll your windows down and look outside at the clouds because I'm not laughing at you, I promise. He might. Yeah, look at the clouds, guys. I'm sure they're really
If you don't
pretty
help me,
right
I'm gonna
now.
kick you in the toe!
What do I need to do?
Punch him!
I'm scared. Oh no! Everybody, look outside at the
Alright,
clouds.
I gotta talk about my post. Get
Okay.
the fuck up!
I hope you have fun looking at the clouds. We're
Don't
gonna get
start
back to
swinging
the
on me
normal
again.
podcast
Don't even
now.
look at me!
I'm sorry about that interruption, guys. Everything's fine. Don't worry about us. Everything is okay. I promise.
Don't bite
Well,
me, you bitch!
You know, I guess we're looking at the clouds again, guys. Those trees, I'm sure, outside of your window are very beautiful. I can't see them because I'm not out. I'm not out your. I'm not at your house, so I can't really tell you what the trees look like at your house. But at my house, they're pretty. So.
Grim's dead.
Okay, well, I guess we're done looking at nature. So back to the normal.
Back to Grim's
podcast.
post. All right, Grim, what's that post?
I just got choked.
Okay, well, that's a really good post. Commercial break.
Pause it.
We'll be right back, guys.
I'm scared.
Okay, so on April 9th, I made a post
God
on,
damn it.
on Rotten Reviews that says, update on what's happening at the Rotten Ranch. Matt is dressed as a bunny while editing. Grim has her toes in the dirt. my toes in the dirt while reading which books. Carrie and Evan are playing with a dead possum. The house is not on fire.
That was all true except for the last part.
The house was not on fire.
There was a moderate amount of fire.
Well,
I
From
dealt with
where? Your asshole?
it. Yes, there's a fire from my asshole.
that doesn't count.
And we filmed some TikToks.
We
with,
did,
Evan.
and you and Evan got pegged.
Got pegged on your video about chocolate bars.
Yes.
Or Nestle's. Yeah, that's chocolate bar. That counts.
And this video was posted.
Yes, we got back with Keister dinner. It was the possum
It was
that
the
we went
possum.
and got, and it was really fun.
It tasted horrible.
I thought it tasted delicious.
It was bleachy
That's a
as hell.
soup that I did not try.
That's a soup.
Aw. Well, you should have. It was really good. And I'm done cleaning my possum bones, and I love them very much.
Yay! And then we had a live where we sat out in the sun, and our neighbors fucking were like, "What the fuck were y'all doing?" Because they drove by at a point where I had Grim tied up to a piece of rope, and was like flailing her arms around
While I was
while
dead.
she was pretending that she was dead.
It's okay. That morning they had already drove by and saw us cutting up the possum, and I was like, "Happy Easter, guys!"
They actually came to the store and they were like, my kids come running to the house and they're like, "Man, somebody's in the property. We don't know who it is." So I rode up there with the gun and, well, it was some of your people cleaning a possum or something. Yes, sir.
And April 9th, we were doing crafts, and Carrie helped me with some crafts, and it was amazing. She made sex cult stuff and lots of penises on things.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
So we can't sell that, because there's going to be kids there. But
Damn it.
And you made a really cool D-arm bookmarker.
Yes.
oh my god, okay, Carrie was talking to me, and I was writing, like, inspirational shit that I found online, like, different words, like, dream and different things, and I tried to spell dream, and it ended up spelling derm.
Derm.
Like D-arm.
D-arm.
Like, if I'm talking, I cannot concentrate.
And it was, like, really pretty. Like, she put a lot of work into putting that R at the end of that fucking word.
Yeah, I just left it because Carrie's like, yeah. So, like, sell it for $50. Somebody will buy it. I'm like, nobody's going to buy D-arm.
D-arm.
It's a mistake.
Inspired by D-arm.
D-arm.
But it'll be up there for sale.
We've done so much fucking crafting. Grim herself has done more than anybody. She has put in hours and hours on making these meticulous little, just subtle nuances with these bookmarks and the magic wands and the crowns that she's doing. She has put in so much work. Just everybody give her a hand. Give her a hand.
Meow.
She's done so much work for us, doing all this goddamn
working
crafting.
your
There is
video.
crafting shit everywhere.
And it's beautiful. You guys come buy her stuff.
Yes.
Come buy her stuff.
Come buy her
Come buy her love. Come buy her love.
Matt posted a shit ton of
Buy
photos
her
of us.
stuff, my lord. Come buy her stuff.
We should make a video of that.
Come buy her stuff,
Oh my
Lord.
gosh, yes. Make this video. Everybody come out. What day is it?
Yes.
I don't know what day it is.
April 30th, I think. Yeah, that's the day, guys. See you there.
And when Evan was here, we ended up going to City of Chaos and shot some commercials, and we went to Hellbilly Hollow. And we shot a couple of bumpers there, too. So you guys keep an eye out. Those will be coming down the pipelines when we get to doing commercials for them. You want to talk about that?
No.
Oh, okay. We got a fucking ROTN stamp. It is cool as shit.
I love the Rotten stamp so much.
And
Yeah.
it's nice size. We've got to fiddle with the ink to figure out how to make it work on skin well, but the stamp itself is bad as fuck. It is so badass.
We should have a petting zoo. I made that post.
Yeah. Oh, another thing coming up is that we will be going to Paranoia on the 29th for their halfway to Halloween extravaganza. And super looking forward to seeing everybody out there. We got to go out there for the first time a few months back for their Valentine's Day. Or was it Valentine's Day? Or was it Easter? No, it was Valentine's Day.
Yeah, Valentine's.
And that was a fucking phenomenal house. I love the shit out of it. I can't wait to go back and see what they got in store for us.
We found some tooth floss.
We found tooth floss. Grim had some tooth floss in her backpack, so apparently, you know, she hasn't been able to find any for like probably the past 3 or 4 years. And it was just in her backpack the whole time. It's crazy.
Wow, that's so crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's beyond crazy.
And, you know, that's it. That's all in the recap.
Well, we also went to the Haunted Chicken House.
We did.
Today. Yesterday. And they had an acting class, and they actually had an acting class out at Hellbilly Hollow the other day.
Yes.
And we got to meet up with the guys from East Aboga. We're going to be doing some work with them. And we got to hang out with Christy and the gang from City of Chaos, and got to hang out with Bobo and Everett and everybody out there.
It was great
and Dan.
seeing Granny, seeing
Seeing everybody. Thank you all for being out there too.
And Peggy.
I
loved her outfit.
Yeah, she looked fucking badass.
Mm-hmm.
But again, like, thank you guys for coming out. Thank you for asking us to come out there, and can't wait to do some kick-ass work with you guys in the future. Yeah. Aside from that, that's pretty much where we're at.
Holy shit. There is a robot that was designed by Agility Robotics in a warehouse. It was doing some work, like loading boxes, and after 15 minutes, it self-destructed itself and collapsed from doing so much work, from doing the same repetitive movements over and over. It, like, killed itself.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, holy shit. Take that in your pipe and stuff it.
Yeah, this was in Chicago, Illinois.
Interesting.
Very
AI
much.
becoming depressed with
Too much work.
repetitive, mediocre tasks.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, we're gonna try to replace ourselves with AI, and they're just gonna be as lazy as we are. They're just gonna, man, you can't even get any good robots nowadays. They're all so goddamn lazy.
Yeah.
No go watch.
But yeah, guys, that's our recap for the past 2 weeks. The things to look forward to coming up down the pipeline is on the 29th. We will be going to Paranoia for their halfway to Halloween haunt. Please come out and check us out. They are in Georgia. And after that, we will have the Creatures Art Festival the very next morning on April the 30th. So please join us at the Insanitarium in Argo for the Creatures Art Festival. We will have a booth out there, like we said. We've got all kinds of shit to sell, and there will be some very badass people and music and vendors and food and yabba, yabba, blah, 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 blah. Yep.
I'm so excited!
So yeah, guys, enjoy the rest of the podcast. Thank you for tuning into us this morning, and I hope the rest of it is feasible for you. Yeah, so stay rotten. We'll see you in the next segment.
Stay rotten.
Stay rotten.
Have you ever wished to hear your horoscope and the Rotten Mornings podcast at the same time? Now you can. Welcome to Carrie's Astro Bites. Hey guys.
God damn it, every fucking time. Oh my god.
Welcome to Carrie's Astro Bites for the week of April 16th, 2023. In case you didn't know, that's what year it is. Hey, Matt moved the mic closer to my face.
Being all breathy. Ugh, makes me want to throw up.
I just want to breathe on the mic. I'm breathing on you guys. All right, guys, so let's get down to it, darn tootin'. All right. There is a solar eclipse in Aries on Tuesday. So that's fun. It will awaken you to your desires and freedom. And on Wednesday, Mercury's going into retrograde until May 14th. It's going to help you manage the paradox you need for stability and change. It's going to suck ass, but guess what? You got it, guys.
You got it.
You got this. Okay, who's ready for your horoscope? Are you ready?
No.
Well, too bad. Get ready, goddammit.
I ain't ready.
I won't do different voices this time.
You're a liar.
I'm not a liar.
You're a liar.
I'm
yes,
a truther.
You will.
Alrighty.
That's already another voice. You've already failed at this.
God damn it. I'm not a failure. I'm a winner, Mom. I mean, Matt. Aries, you'll find yourself more polite with others this week than normal, which can increase your respect among individuals around you.
That's another voice. I told you you're a liar.
I'm not sorry, goddammit. All right, you Tauruses. It's time to shine. So send out your invites and organize friends and family to join you in your favorite things. Celebrate yourself for once. Geminis, this may be the right time to join a collective with a common goal.
Like a sex call?
Yes, exactly.
There you go, guys.
Or step into your leadership potential and try that on for size. So Geminis, you need to join Rotten.
But there's no leadership available right now. You got to start at the bottom.
Yeah, you got to start at the bottom.
Yeah.
One day, well... Okay, moving on. Cancers. It's time to shed an old belief or limitation holding you back, especially in your career or the public area. Think of yourself as the hermit crab, outgrowing its shell and searching for a new one that fits better. You've been stagnant for far too long. Leos. Weed out time wasters that don't serve your vision. You have a lot of them in your life. Take the time to reflect on the practical side of life to distinguish between the two. I forgot what I was saying. All right, next up, the Virgos.
I'm just here to make sure she doesn't start staring at the pretty lights and just kind of zone out for a couple hours.
I'm not going to do that. Look at the pretty lights.
Look at the pretty lights.
Virgos, save your precious time cleaning up someone else's mess if it's not a two-way street. Focus on getting the power balance right so your hard work and dedication have the most impact. Libras, Your sense of the hidden or taboo and ability to flush out a secret or two is dialed up this week. So don't discount those hidden tales or gut instincts. Ask questions, dig up agendas, and clear the path to true intimacy. Scorpio. Make a deep commitment to transformation and regeneration. Be true to yourself and co-create spaces and places that favor you. Build it in your own image.
You literally cannot do this without doing voices. You do realize that, right?
Yeah, it's because I get bored.
We're like, you guys, stop being so goddamn boring so Carrie can speak normal.
I just can't sit still. I'm sorry. I gotta at least be doing something different.
She's on a hippity hop, if you guys are wondering.
Or did you just call me a hippie?
No, a hippity hop.
Peace out, guys.
Oh my God.
Oh wait, no, not yet. We're not leaving yet. Stay.
Yeah,
Stay.
No, stay, guys.
Stay.
We're close to the end. We're probably like barely at the middle right now.
No, we've only got 4 more.
Well, I mean the middle of the episode.
Oh, well, this is the middle, so
Hello.
you gotta stay.
Welcome to the middle.
Yeah, it's like in a sandwich of an Oreo. You get the little cream part. This is the cream.
Yay!
I'm scared.
We're the Oreo cream. Fucking hell.
Double stuffed. Sagittarius. Stop hiding your unique gifts and creative genius. It's also time to let go of any hurt stories your inner child may be clinging on to. Capricorns. Hold yourself through any emotional memories about your home life. A move or reassessment of your family role may be calling your heart now. Take heed to this. Aquarius. Pay attention to the areas of life that currently bore you and shake things up if you have to. Rigidity and narrow-mindedness won't serve you. Open up your mind when need be.
It just means I gotta reach over and shake the shit out of you right now.
Oh no. Ah, run away! I'm sorry, Grim, you don't get yours this week. I'm just kidding. Here it is, Pisces. And no! Alright, Pisces. Material possessions aren't a reliable source of your sense of worth. There's nothing to prove here. Review what you own and get rid of the clutter. So basically this week, guys, with Mercury going into retrograde and the solar eclipse in Aries, it's pretty much a big week of opening your mind, tuning into your intuition, finding out what you need to get rid of, and starting new when you need to. Yay!
Yay! Hooray for you, listeners.
Yay. Did you know that when Mercury goes into retrograde, it's gonna rain Gatorade?
Oh my God, that's what you want to go out on? Alright, we're going out on
It's
that.
gonna rain yellow Gatorade because God's pissing on all of us.
Stay rotten, guys.
Stay rotten.
God damn it. And now, our famous movie review. Carrie, come closer. Hello, guys, and welcome
What's happening?
to this segment of Rotten Mornings. We are doing our movie review. And I picked the movie, and I picked Slither from James Gunn. And a little breakdown on James Gunn, just in case nobody knows who that is. He actually did a bunch of different things, but when I first heard about him was when he was writing for Troma, and he wrote Citizen Toxie, and he directed one of the documentaries for Troma, and then he went and wrote the 2 Scooby-Doo movies after that to raise some money to make a horror movie, which was Slither. And I love seeing James Gunn do horror. He's got another horror movie called The Belko Experiment, which is really good. But he also directed The Guardians of the Galaxy, if you guys have seen that. He also did Suicide Squad and the series that was Homelander. What's the shit? Now I forget what the John Cena's guy was. And that was a good show too. But yeah,
Really good show.
it was such it was a phenomenal show. But yeah, so Slither. What'd you think, Grim?
There was a lot of slithering. No.
There really was.
Yeah, there really was. I liked that it was like, oh, how do I explain this? I love the morphing and the evolution of Grant and
Yeah.
how he went from shitty to extra shitty.
Yeah, just even shittier.
And like the end when all the bodies were morphing into him and how that was created, how that was made, and all the slime, all that disgustingness. It was so good. That was really fucking good. I couldn't tear my eyes away from that. But as far as the acting and everything, I can tell that it was meant for nothing but comedic relief and shit. And I liked it, but also I like my horror movies with more of a serious tone too. I don't really like where it's just.
But you would say Cocaine Bear was good though.
Cocaine Bear was good, but it didn't have enough of that serious undertone of things that would actually happen in a way kind of thing. I like that.
Plausible horror movies.
Yes. I like those more.
And Carrie, what did you think?
Well, it was such a good movie. I mean, the lady named Janice, she was really cool. And also, when the...
What the fuck are you talking about?
Carrie was watching her own movie while she was looking at the screen, but she created a movie
Carrie,
in
there's
her head.
there's no character named
I
Janice.
was watching it.
Back to the
Hey,
board.
no,
The girl-
she's seen it. That's
Yeah,
important.
and she got turned into a slug.
Mm-hmm.
And she blew up.
That didn't happen.
No, there was a chick that blew up in this movie. She was ripped apart and pretty much blew up from all the slugs she was harboring in
Yes,
her belly.
her name was
See, Grim knows what I'm saying.
Brenda.
Brenda something.
Brenda, yeah. See, what we
It's
were watching
Brenda, not-
inspired her own movie.
Yes, she was listening to the movie and making the movie in her head.
Yes, she wanted her own endings.
I wanted this movie to be how I wanted it to be. Except for the part where the dude squid, or no, not squid.
No, squid
Squid
works.
Billies.
That's what everybody called him in the movie. They called him a squid. So.
Where his slug tentacles came out of his tummy, and they went in to Janice's tummy, and it was really scary, and I didn't
Brenda.
like it.
It's Brenda.
It's Brenda.
Well, it really wasn't scary, guys. I mean, it might scare some people, but it didn't scare me. But
I mean,
it was really
Reginald's dead.
creepy, I guess.
Yeah, Reginald is dead.
That's Reginald now.
No, Reginald.
Yeah.
Reginat.
So, okay, so this movie is your standard alien crashes to Earth and tries to consume the whole population with puppetry. You can think Puppet Masters or Body Snatchers or any of those movies.
Or Slug World.
Slug World.
That's
Yeah,
not a
that's
thing.
That's a thing.
But any of those movies, very standard kind of plot, which is why, to me, this could stand out with the comedic relief because it's such a standard plot. But like you were saying, with the people like forming into this giant mass, that totally reminds me of a movie that I used to love forever ago called The Society. And it was all these rich people that did exactly that. And there's like a scene where the mother and the father like fuse together, and the father's face is where the mother's butthole would be. So like the body walks out with its feet backwards and the father's face in her butthole like, what's the problem here? You know, it's fucking disturbing as shit. But The Society, if you get a chance, check that out.
I saw a cartoon where a duck, his butt was a superhero, and he would talk to his butt.
That was on Wonder Shows and we were watching that.
Oh,
That sounds fun.
yeah.
That was on Wonder Shows and it's when he went and assassinated Hitler.
Good times.
But yeah, so right off the jump, like it's a great movie. Nathan Fillion, you know, Michael Rooker, so many big names in this. I personally love the shit out of this movie because it seems like multiple movies, like multiple short movies stacked together. Because the first movie is more the drama of the husband, the second movie being where the alien takes him over, the third movie being where there's like these little aliens, and then the fourth movie being where there's like this amorphic alien now combining with everybody that has like a mass conscious. On a scale from 1 to fucked, this movie has a massive body count, but
Yes.
not a lot of deaths in a way. Like a bunch of people do die, you don't see them die, they get reanimated, but when they kill the thing at the end, every fucking body in this goddamn town is dead as fuck, and there's just
Drop
bodies
dead.
everywhere. It's so, And that's like the tone of this movie that I really like, and you can pick it up in any of his other movies like Guardian, where there's like these really like just depressingly horrid things happening, and they're just really blase about them, and they're just kind of like, what the fuck is going on? And it's so like abnormal that they can't help but joke about it. Like when there's one scene in this that just stands out for me that has nothing, it almost like it was jammed into this movie, is the scene when he fights the deer in the fucking police station. Because that's the only animal they have that gets infected by the slugs. And it seems like they shoehorned that in for whatever reason, because there's another scene earlier in the movie where Nathan Fillion's running away from the cabin and he sees one deer get infected by one slug. And then later on, there's that deer in the cop area. So it was like they literally went back and filmed that just so it would have a continuity connection to the scene with the deer. And it was stupid. It literally was only there so they could tell the joke of like sort of develop Nathan Fillion's character a little bit more, because he told the girl, hey, if anybody asks about this story, I'm going to tell them that I rescued you. And then at the end of the movie, he's like, hey, tell her the story about how I rescued you from the deer. That's literally, that whole setup was just for that one ending joke. So it was kind of like, it was very shoehorned in.
It fell so flat to me.
Yes.
It was like, the girl answered and was like, yeah, he rescued me from the deer.
Yeah, he rescued me from the deer.
And the other girl's just like, oh.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And that's while they're walking over like hundreds of thousands of dead bodies.
Yeah.
But like they had a great usage of music in this. I love how they did the deer dance. I'm gonna buy me a drink. I'm gonna go into town.
Oh my god!
When he's like alien raping the Brenda girl.
Oh, the flip from that, the line dancing and the music, and then he's like
infecting her.
And she's like flopping around so stupidly. It was weird. Carrie and I could not stop fucking laughing. It was the dumbest thing.
And then another like absurd thing when they finally they track him down. Everybody's joking about, oh, there's some kind of squid, because I've kind of gotten off track here. This starts off, a guy and his wife are having trouble. He's like kind of like the town bully, and she's the pretty girl, and everybody's like, why is she with him? What the fuck? Well, they don't fuck because she's clearly just with him for his money. They have a time when he tries to hook up with her, and she's like, no, I got a headache, I don't want to. And he fucking leaves and goes out into town, jumps into a bar, meets up with Janice / actually Brenda.
No, Janice.
They go out into the woods. He gets attacked by this alien pod thing. It infects him. He gets up. The movie sort of progresses from there. That's like the initial, like, this thing happened.
Yes, that's when all the slugs come out.
No, the slugs don't come out until way later. Stop. God damn it.
Her movie, remember? Her mind movie.
In her movie that happened.
But he gets home after he's been infected by this like alien pod or whatever, and it like shoots into his chest. And I liked how it was like this X-ray video of how it worms its way up into his brain. And but the girl Brenda was just like, oh my god, Grant, what's wrong with you?
And then she like basically like leaves him there, because it's just implied that she fucking fucked off and just left him there.
Can I say I like how his makeup progressed throughout it?
Yeah.
Yes.
As he like slowly got more
and he comes home and locks the basement door because he's collecting like dead animals down there, and she's like, Grant, what the fuck? And he's like, oh, you shouldn't be asking me questions so close to your birthday.
I want to say, though, whenever after he's been infected and, he comes back, she's like all apologetic because the night before she wouldn't fuck him. And she's like, I'm not feeling it. Anyway, so they do fuck. And I would have liked maybe a hint for a part 2 at least, where she's pregnant or something. Oh yeah, that'd be cool. And she's got some.
Well, they did like end the movie with a cliffhanger for a part 2
for a cat, but I think that would have been really cool.
Yeah,
like some kind of weird DNA mutation with her.
It'd be interesting to see like a cat be the head of the conscious thing, because like the cat's desires, like everybody's just running around trying to like eat
catch
cat
mice
feet
and
or
stuff.
fucking what's it, catnip?
Like, scratching the
everybody's
ground, like,
catnip,
poop and
catnip,
stuff.
catnip, or pooping, yeah. And like there's just random people in the middle of the street that jump at each other and cat fight like cats. They just twist and turn. That would be funny.
That would be.
So, you know, she like leaves and she's like taking a shower because today is the day that deer season starts. And he comes in watching her and these tentacles come out of his chest and he's like, no, I can't do it to her. And he's like, I gotta go to work. And he leaves. And that's when she goes to the deer dance.
Oh, no. When he leaves, then I think, I got notes, of course.
Yeah.
And Starla goes to the school. I think she works at the school, whatever.
Starla's the woman who he's interested in.
Yes, that's the woman, the main woman. And the school is called the Bassett Cooters.
The Bassett Cooters.
Yeah, it's so fucking funny. And she calls to make sure, because he said he'd been seen by the doctor about a wound that was on his chest she had seen, and he said it was like a bee sting or some kind of bug bite.
No. That hadn't happened yet.
Oh!
Because the first thing that happens is he tries to infect her with the tentacles, and he's like, I gotta go to work,
yes.
and he runs away. She goes to the dance.
Okay.
At the dance, she's waiting for Grant, but what Grant does is he goes to Brenda's house and impregnates her. Then he
Yes.
goes back home, and she finally leaves the dance after it's
He
all
goes
said
and
and
ties her
done.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when she gets back to the house, Grant's got this fucking mutated bubble on his head. And she's like, where were you at, Grant? And he's like, oh, I'm just, I'm doing this. And she's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And he's like, oh, it ain't nothing, baby. It's just a bee sting. I'm allergic. I had something from the doctor. I'll be fine.
I saw the doctor.
And he's like, don't look at me like that, baby. I ain't a monster.
His voice and his accent is so funny. And
I
that's
love
when,
Michael Rooker so much.
And that's actually when she goes to the school.
She
and
goes to
like
the school
calls
and,
the doctor, and the doctor's like, I hadn't seen him in like a year.
Hey, fun fact about the doctor. I thought that was Chevy Chase. That's not who that was. It was Rob Zombie.
That's who Rob's.
Oh.
Okay.
The doctor's voice on the telephone is Rob Zombie.
Is that his only?
That's
voice
his
part?
only voice in the whole thing is
Okay,
he's the
that's
doctor on the
cool.
telephone.
That's really cool. But he's got like Brenda up and feeds her meat and all kinds of
Yeah,
shit.
he's bringing her possums and shit, and she's like, I'm powerful hungry. I'm so
like-
fucking hungry.
Their voices in this kills me.
Great voice
I think
acting.
that's next thing. I think she pops the lock.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
goes
she
back
goes
to the
home.
house
Mhm.
and smashes the lock open.
With a hammer. No, with a
baseball bat.
Yeah.
And she goes down there and finds all the dead animals.
It smells rancid. And didn't you say there was something labeled?
Yeah, there was a label, like, hanging from the ceiling. One of the coyote bodies is labeled coyote. Like, they just bought it from a effects place and just hung it up
No.
and forgot to take the label
And
off
there was
of
like a
it.
dead dog, all kinds of dead things he'd been eating on.
So-
she said, oh no, it's dead animals.
So the cops had come to her because Brenda has been missing and said, where is Grant? And now she's like, holy fuck, he's this thing. And she goes and calls the cops. And they're like, this kind of like goes by. Time goes
then
by. Like
Grant-
2 or 3 days go by.
Grant sees her on the phone and it's like, you betrayed
Yeah, he tried to
me."
attack her, and then he wraps his fucking tentacle arm around her, and they shoot at him, and he runs away. Everybody's safe. They kind of like, time goes past after that.
Like 3 days.
And they start having like cow mutilations on these different farms, and they're tracking it, and they're like, you
They
know
know
what?
it's
I
Grant.
think I can find it here. I know this is Grant, Mr. Squid Man. And they've got like squids everywhere, and they're marking his trail with squids. And the mayor in that, his one line in that, you will remember, is cocksucker. He says cocksucker more than anybody. So, you goddamn cocksucker. And so, yeah, they go out to the field with some people. They track Grant
Yeah,
down.
'cause it's a big stakeout.
They try to, like,
Good
talk him down off the hill, and he cuts this dude, like, in fucking half.
And he's all extremely mutated here.
Like, badly. He looks like a fucking earthworm with fucking
Yeah.
tentacles coming off of him.
He's a slug.
So they, like, chase him through the woods, and he leads them back to the barn where Brenda's at. And they go in on Brenda, and Brenda...
the cops rock, paper, scissors on who has to
Who
go
has
in.
to go in the door,
That
yeah.
was funny as shit.
And he cheated, too. Like, he literally cheated because he went 1, 2, 3, and then changed to scissors when the guy did paper. Um,
And Janice was like, I'm Janice, I'm gonna explode.
and she's like, hey, can you pass me that possum over in the corner? I'm powerful fucking hungry. And the lady cop starts yelling at him, and she's like, you bitch, you don't know how much they hurt. And then she's like, they're tearing me apart. And she fucking explodes. And slugs just fucking pour out of her body and start jumping in people's mouths, and they're protecting each other's mouths. The main characters are, and a couple of the cops get taken over, and some of them get the fuck out of there, and eventually they're, fucking running away. And then Nathan Fillion's character kind of breaks off away from everybody to go back to the car. Because everything's calmed down, they're dragging the bodies out. Nathan Fillion sees the girls' parents, the house that they were at.
Before they leave the barn, something that was so funny to me is that guy talks to or says something to the lady cop, and he was like, "I don't care if you're a lesbo, you don't deserve this shit either."
Yeah. His lines were good because he had another line after the little squirmy things ran away. He was like, man, that thing tried to get in my mouth. What kind of a thing wants you to eat it?
It was fucking funny.
But yeah, so, they reanimate, the dead bodies reanimate. Nathan Fillion catches the family at the house that they were at staking out, trying to kill their daughter. They have this whole, Nightmare on Elm Street bath scene with her, with the slugs coming after her, and she connects with one of the slugs, and she sees the whole storyline right there in that little piece is the whole plot of the fucking movie. That explains the aliens, what they do, why they're there, who they are, how they're connected to Grant, everything about it.
But yes, all the aliens are connected to Grant because they're his protege or something
because
like that.
his conscious is in each piece of those things that are taking over other people.
Yes, so they're all speaking in unison when they speak a lot of times.
Which is why I told you guys that you would remember her name, because literally everybody in the town's like, Starla, why are you trying to hurt me like this? We said we'd be together through sickness and health, blah, 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 blah.
And they can spit acid.
Out of nowhere, they got the ability to spit acid. So now you've got everybody on the run, and you've got...
And the mayor loses his shit over Mr. Pibb, over everything.
It's Nathan Fillion, the main Starla, the mayor, and the little girl from the house. They're the last ones left. And the mayor gets in the car, and he's looking for a fucking Mr. Pibb. And he's like, I told your fucking secretary to leave a fucking Mr. Pibb in this goddamn cooler, and I can't even get a fucking Mr. fucking Pibb, fucking cocksucker. And then they have a wreck because this sentient mass consciousness takes over the girl on the radio from the cop place, and they send out cars and they wreck into them. And I don't want to ruin this whole movie by going by point because I definitely want you guys to check this movie out. If that interests you, go check out Slither. Do you have anything else you want to put in on this?
There is one scene I want to say where it's this guy that's being drug off somewhere, and all the creatures are taking turns vomiting on him. I like that little scene.
There's so much fun to be had in this movie. I've definitely loved the shit out of this movie. I've watched it a fucking 4 or 5 times. But all of James Gunn's movies, he is a fabulous director, a fabulous writer. I definitely would recommend you go back and check out some of his early work with Citizen Toxie, with Trauma. Now, fun fact, of course, James Gunn does appear in the movie. At the very beginning, he's one of the English teachers. And Lloyd Kaufman from Trauma Studios appears in the police station as a vagrant that is being arrested. But yeah, so pretty cool movie. I like the fuck out of it.
It was released in 2006? Mm-hmm. Okay, March 31st, 2006. This movie was released.
Yes. So me personally, I give this movie 8 out of 10. I love the fuck out of this movie. What about you guys?
I wouldn't watch it again.
What would you score it?
I would score it a 5.
5.
I'd give it about a 6 because I really liked that the slugs were everywhere and that the lady exploded. You know Janice?
Yeah, Janice. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Janice. Old Janice with the mashed potatoes.
Yeah, great job on this movie, guys.
Yeah.
So, Gunn stated that this movie was inspired by Cronenberg's Shivers and his 1979 film, The Brood. And the two biggest influences for the story in Slither was the 2000 manga Uzumaki by
Uzumaki, yes.
Uzumaki.
Junji Ito.
And an interview by Jeff Schubert. Gunn also stated that Slither was inspired by and pays homage to the horror comedies from the 1980s.
Like Night of the Creeps. Night of the Creeps is exactly like this movie. Night of the Creeps has slugs that literally, like, take people's bodies over. It is so exactly this movie. But yeah, please go watch this movie. Check out this movie. Guys, when we come back to you next week, we will have the wrap-up to the Edgar Allan Poe
my
Grimm's Poetry Shorts.
I might, if I can squeeze it, do it in this. But I don't know.
Well, we're already running at like 50 minutes. I think we can do without it. We're almost at 50 minutes.
Okay.
That way we can sleep.
50 minutes. 825,600.
Part
So-
4's in the next one.
Part 4 will be in the next episode of
if that's
Rotten
the right
Mornings. We
number.
have some really cool interviews on the way, guys. We still have an interview set up for doing Slider Jesus, guys. This one we're really looking forward to. He's such a cool dude. But yeah, again, since we're wrapping it up, we'll be at Paranoia on the 29th of April. We will be out at in Sanitarium for the Creatures Art Festival on the 30th of April. Guys, keep an eye on our Facebook site, YouTube site, TikTok, Instagram. Keep up on where we're going to be at, what we're doing, all the great haunts that are open. Don't forget our big fucking sponsor haunts. New to the group, East of Boga Manor, opening back up this year. I can't wait to see what they bring to the table.
Yes.
Being out again, thanks to the Haunted Chicken House for having us out. Thanks, as always, for doing absolutely nothing for us, Tim at Hellbilly Hollow. But very important to mention. To Insanitarium for the Creatures Carnival, to Territorium, who we are going to be doing some work with their man out there, Jeremy, this year. So, City of Chaos. We were out there looking at their new stuff. Fucking love those cats. The Haynes fucking... Dude, if y'all haven't checked out City of Chaos, you gotta go check City of Chaos. To Nightmare 3008, we will also be doing some commercials with them this year for the first time. Super stoked about that.
Yes.
To Warehouse 31, we will be doing commercials with, and I'm fucking really stoked about that too. Oh god, we're gonna have so much fucking shit to do.
I'm so excited.
Meow.
But yeah, guys, we love you. Thank you for tuning in for the podcast today. Hope it wasn't too disappointing. But we love you guys. And as we always say, as we are parting from you, stay rotten.
Stay rotten.
Stay rotten, guys.